Hi, thanks for purchasing and taking part in these online yoga sessions that I'm providing. So just a couple of bits of guidance when you're doing this at home, making sure that the area that you're using to do your yoga in is as tidy as it can be, or if there are any objects like a coffee table or a sofa that can't be moved, or a lampshade above you, just making sure that you're aware of where those objects are and you're adjusting as you need to. Also as well, make sure that you're feeling okay before doing yoga. So if you're feeling ill at all, or you've got a headache, cold, or whatever it might be, if you're not feeling quite right, then maybe delaying doing your yoga practice until later in the day or another day. Take all of my instructions that I give you as guidance. So if it doesn't feel right, or if there's any pain or discomfort, then only coming into the posture to a point that it's comfortable for you, or you can choose not to come into the posture, or you can choose to take a break as you need to. I will offer options and modifications to some of the postures, but if they don't quite work for you, then feel free to make further adjustments that seem sensible for your own body. So thank you for joining in and enjoy. Hi all, thank you for tuning in for some more yoga. So we're going to use a strap in this session, and you may or may not need a block. We're going to use this for hero pose later on, so when we've got one leg bent up, have the other leg out in front, and you might need support under your buttocks. So if you've got a block nearby, or a pillow or something, or you can just grab it later when you know exactly what you need. So we'll start seated cross-legged. We'll do a short meditation to start with. So you're either cross-legged or legs in front, hands on your knees, and we'll extend up tall, allow the chin to drop, closing the eyes. And we'll just take these first few minutes to encourage the mind to quieten down in preparation for our yoga practice. So we can be aware of the feeling of the air gently coming into the body, gently going out of the body. Noticing how your upper body moves, the trunk of your body moves as you inhale and as you exhale. So as you inhale, you notice the chest expand, the sense of the body rising momentarily with the inhale, and then gently contracting with the exhale. So we focus on the body's response to the inhale and the exhale, and if we notice our attention drift, or a thought, sound takes our attention, as soon as we notice that that's happened, we'll come back to the body expanding and contracting.
And we'll take some deeper breaths. And then we'll open the eyes. Bring the hands to prayer position in front. And as we do that, we're extending up again. We'll take breath in and out. Breathe in. And then out. Inhale, taking the hands up. So you're reaching up towards the ceiling. Breathing out, arms coming out to the side. And then inhale as we bring the hands together above the chest. Breathe out as we come back down. Inhale up. Breathing out to the side. Inhaling, hands back up. Breathing out, coming down. Inhale, reaching up. And as the arms come to the side, we're going to twist to the right. So the arms are coming down, turning the chest to the right. And as we come back to centre, we raise the arms up, hands to prayer position above the head. Breathe out to the left, so arms to the side. As you turn back to centre, raise the arms. And then to the right. And back to centre, raise the arms, hands together again. Once more to the left. And as you come back to centre, allow the hands to come down to your knees. And then from here to all fours. So we are wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips. A few rounds of cat-cow, tipping pelvis back, back arches, head drops, tip the pelvis forward, take the gaze forward. So nice gentle transition from one position to the other. Inhaling as you tip your pelvis forward, take your gaze forward. Breathing out, pelvis back, back arches, head drops. Inhaling, gaze forward, breathing out, back arches, head drops. So we continue this movement. Inhaling as you take your gaze forward, breathing out as your back arches and your head drops. We'll vary the movement. So the next time the back arches, we take the bum back down towards the heels. So the back is arching as you take your bum back. And then as you come forward, we'll tip the pelvis forward, take the gaze forward. And tipping pelvis back, back arches, head drops. And if you can, you shuffle the fingertips forwards again. And then as you come up, we're tipping the pelvis forward, take the gaze forward, and the hips can come more towards the ground. And then coming back, and as you come back, arching the back, the head drops. And then as you come forward, you're tipping your pelvis forward and taking your gaze forward. And then coming back. Back arches, head drops. And tipping pelvis forward as you come forward. So hips moves towards the ground, taking the gaze forward. And then we'll pause in an all fours position. And then from here, we're going to come into an upright position. So we're going to transition between, in a moment, we're going to raise the arms up, and then we're going to take the bum down and come into extended child's pose. And then from here, we're going to come up, raising the arms up. So as we're doing this movement, working as best you can to keep the arms in this position in relation to the body. So you'll feel the body working a bit more. And then we'll come up. And then from there, we're going to, after a few rounds of that, we'll come up, raise the arms up, and then we'll come into a back bend. So arms will come down, hands behind, take the gaze up, and then we'll come back up with the arms and then come forwards again. So we're kneeling, any discomfort underneath, fold the mat or maybe stick something soft under the knees like a blanket. Inhale, raise the arms up. So as we're breathing out, the bum comes back, we're keeping the arms straight, fingertips down to the mat if you can. Pause here for a moment, fingers spread, hands pressed forwards, and then we come up and keep the arms by the side of the head as we come up. And then we'll come forwards, bum towards the heels, hands coming down, fingertips onto the mat, pressing through the hands to press the bum back, and coming up again, raising up, gaze forwards, and then coming forward, bum to heels, hands down, fingers spread, a gentle press forwards, and then come up. This time to the back bend, so the arms come up until you're upright, and then taking the hands behind, gaze to ceiling, hands to your lower back. Coming back upright, raise the arms up, arms to the side of the head, bum towards the heels, arms out, stretch straight, fingertips down, press hands into the mat as if you're trying to press forward. Coming upright, raising the arms, hands out to the side, taking the gaze up, hands lower back, fingertips top of the buttocks as you come into your back bend. And then coming back upright, raising the arms up, bum towards the heels, arms out, stretch straight, fingertips, hands down, pressing hands into the mat. Coming up, straight up, and then taking the hands behind, taking your gaze up, leaning back, raising the arms up, and as they come up, right bum towards the heels, chest towards the mat. There's your fingertips come down, press through the hands to press the bum back, and then we come up, taking the hands behind as you take your gaze up, leaning back, and then raising the arms up. So we go through this movement once more, bum to heels, hands coming down, press hands into the mat as if you're trying to push the mat forwards, and then coming up, taking the hands behind as you take your gaze up, and leaning back. And then coming back upright, allow your arms to come down. From here, making your way to a gate post. So we've got the knees down, and we'll take the right leg out to the side. And we're going to take the arms up. And then from here, the right hand comes down and raise the left arm up. Side stretch, reaching over to the right. And then coming back up. Left hand comes down, raise the right hand, reaching up and over to the left. And then coming back up, right hand down, raising the left arm up, reaching up and over to the right. And then back up, left hand down, raise the right hand, reach up and over. And then we'll come back up. Once more on each side, right hand down, raise the left arm, reaching up and over to the right. And then we'll come back up, left hand down, raise the right arm, reach up and over to the left. From here, pop your left hand down, allow your right arm to come onto your right side. And if we can, we're going to bend that right leg, reach for the top of the right foot. And then from here, we're just gently pressing the hips forwards as you draw the right heel towards your right buttock. So you'll feel that stretch across that right thigh, the right hip flexor. Holding there for a moment. And then allowing that right foot to come down, we'll bring ourselves back up, raise the arms up, interlace the fingers behind the back, draw the hands away, lead with the chest coming forwards, head hanging, working hands towards the ceiling. Release the hands coming back up, raise the arms, left hand down onto the ground, and we'll lift up the right foot, and if we can, reaching for the top of the right foot, draw the right heel in as you gently press hips forwards, and then right foot down, coming back up, raise the arms, interlace the fingers behind the back, draw the hands away, lead with the chest forwards, head hanging, working hands towards the ceiling, coming back up, raising the arms. So we'll go through those movements once more. So the left hand comes down, right hand to the top of the right foot, pressing the hip forward as you draw the right heel in towards your right buttock. Right foot down, coming upright, raise the arms, interlace the fingers, draw the hands away, lead with the chest coming forwards. Head hanging, working hands to ceiling, releasing. We'll come back upright and we'll switch legs. So we'll pop the right knee down, extend the left leg out to the side, raising the arms. And so the left hand comes down as you raise up the right hand, reach up and over to the left, and coming back up. Right hand comes down as you raise your left arm, reaching up and over, and then back up. left hand down, raise the right, reach up and over, and back up. Right hand down, raise the left, reaching up and over, and then back up. Once more on each side, so left hand down, raise the right, reach up and over to the left, and then back up. Right hand down, raise the left arm, reach up and over to the right. Coming back up, right, raise the right arm up. Interlace fingers behind your back, draw your hands away, lead with your chest forwards, head hanging, working hands towards the ceiling. Releasing the hands, coming upright, and we'll allow the right hand to come down, and if you can, left hand to the top of your left foot. So drawing the heel in, pressing the buttocks forward, just to a point so you're aware of feeling stretch across that left thigh. And then we'll pop the left foot down, come back up, raise the arms, interlace the fingers, draw the hands away, lead with the chest forwards, head hanging, working hands towards the ceiling. Releasing the hands, coming back up. So the right hand on the ground, left hand to the top of your left foot. Drawing that left heel in, gently pressing the hips forwards. So go through these movements once more. Left foot down, raise the arms, interlace the fingers, draw the hands away, leading with the chest, head hanging, working hands towards the ceiling. Release the hands as you come up. Right hand on the ground, left hand top of the left foot. Drawing the heel in, pressing the hips forwards just slightly so we're aware of that stretch on that left thigh. And then from here, pop the left knee down onto the mat next to your right leg. Bringing yourself round to an all fours position, facing the top of your mat. And then from here, we'll come to downward. We'll curl the toes under, press the bum back, step forwards, fold forwards. So we're bending over at the waist. Inhale up, hands together above your head. Breathing out as you come down. Breath in and out, breathing in and out. Inhale up, breathe out, fold forwards. Fingertips to shins, lift into flat back. Hands to mat, back to plank. All the way down. Extending toes, inhale, lift cobra. Breathe out, down. Curl the toes under and press up and back into downward dog. And stepping forwards and folding forwards. Inhaling up, hands together above your head. Breathing out, coming down. Inhaling up, breathing out, folding forwards. Fingertips to shins, lifting into flat back. Hands to mat, back to plank. All the way down. Extending toes, inhale cobra. Breathe out, down. Curl the toes under, pressing up and back into downward dog. Stepping forwards, folding forwards. Inhaling up, hands together above your head. Breathing out, coming down. Inhaling, coming up. Breathing out, folding forwards. Fingertips to shins and lift flat back. Hands to mat, back to plank. All the way down. Extending toes, inhale cobra. Breathe out, down. Curl the toes under, pressing up and back into downward dog. Stepping forwards, folding forwards. Inhaling up, hands together above your head. Breathing out, down. And one more, inhale up. Breathe out forwards. Fingertips to shins, lifting into flat back. Hands to mat, back to plank. All the way down. Extending toes. Inhale cobra. Breathing out, down. Curl the toes under. We press up and back into downward dog. Walk the hands back to the feet. To forward fold. Inhaling up. Hands together above your head. breathing out, coming down, taking your hands down. And a short step forwards with the right foot, arms nice and loose. Inhale up, breathe out to back. Inhale front, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Allow your arms to drop. Left foot forwards, back with the right foot. Inhaling up, exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. Inhale. Allow your arms to drop down. Feet a bit wider than hip width. And we'll take the arms through from one side to the other. So as best you can, just allowing the weight of the arms to swing through. Nice and free from one side to the other. Lifting the arms a bit higher. And we'll allow the arms to drop down, feet to hip width, bending the legs. Inhale up, breathe out, down. Inhaling up, exhale down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. And allowing the arms to drop down. So in this sequence, something I haven't done on online classes for whatever, I don't think, is that we'll have a go at half moon pose. So quick demonstration. We'll be, in a moment, we're going to be in a forward fold from a warrior one. I'll ask you to take your hand to the block. Move the block forward if you need to. So we're starting to take some of the weight into the block, but it's just there as a touch point. So you're not putting all of your weight into the block. Probably about 80% of the weight is going through your standing leg, and we've just got there to help us balance. If you've done it before without a block, or you really feel you don't need a block and you're comfortable to touch the ground, then obviously having that block to one side. So we'll take the hand to the block. I'll ask you to take the weight into your standing leg, in this case my left leg. Bring your hip and shoulder back, if we can, raising up right leg, right fingertips to ceiling. So if you are getting this back leg up and you're fairly comfortable with that, really working on having your body sideways on from there. So we come into the posture as best we can, and all of that weight is stacked down through that standing leg. So we're going to have the block somewhere near the top of the mat. Obviously, if you don't need it, you'll have your block to one side out of the way. So we've got feet hip width. We're extending up. We'll come into chair pose, bend the legs, raise the arms. We'll take a nice big stride back with the right foot to warrior one. Hips, chest forwards. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Draw your hands away. Lead with your chest as you come forwards. Head hanging. Working hands towards the ceiling, stretching into the shoulders. Release the hands down. So we reach for the block with the left hand. Step your right foot forwards if you need to, moving the block forwards if you need to. So we're straightening that left leg, drawing that right hip and shoulder back, raising up right leg and taking the right arm up. Reach up through your fingertips. Bend the left leg, right foot back to warrior one. So your right foot is flat, raising the arms. Straightening your left leg. Hands reverse prayer behind your back or cradle the arms. We're extending up, leading with the chest coming forwards. Head hanging. Pausing here for a few breaths. So as you're breathing out, the head edges a bit closer to the mat. Taking the bend in the left leg so you can get the hands to the mat to downward dog. So you're pressing through the hands, press the bum to the ceiling. Lift up your right foot, press the right heel up towards the ceiling. So three-legged downward dog, and then we're going to bend the right leg, bring the right foot forwards to the top of the mat, and when you've got it down, we'll pop the left knee down. Coming into an upright position. So we're just going to shuffle that right foot forwards. Allow the hips to come forwards to a point where you're aware of the feeling of stretch on that left thigh. And in this position, the right ankle is probably ahead of the knee, because in a moment we'll come into a back bend and then we're going to fold forward. So we want to be able to do this movement here, and having that right foot shuffled a bit further forward should help with both of these positions. So we've got the weight coming forward. We can feel the stretch in the left thigh, raising the arms up. So left hand to your right wrist as you take the gaze up, and we're leaning back. And then releasing, and we'll come into our forward fold. So as the chest comes forward, we straighten the right leg. Fingertips come down either to the ground or maybe to your leg. Head hanging, pausing here. And then bring the hips forwards. Again, to a point where you feel the stretch, raise the arms up. Left hand, right wrist, taking the gaze up, leaning back. And then we'll come forwards again, so releasing the hands, straightening the right leg, folding forwards, head hanging. So both of these positions, once more, bringing the hip forwards, raising up, left hand, right wrist, as you lean back, as you gaze up. And then releasing, chest comes forwards, fingertips down to the mat once more, head hanging. Bring the hips forwards, so we can bend the right leg. Right foot towards you so ankle is below the knee. Curl the left toes under, straighten your left leg, and we come upright into lunge position. And then we're going to straighten the right leg, so it should allow that left foot to be flat or adjust if you need to. And again, we'll lead with the chest and fold forwards. So fingertips down to your leg, maybe down to the mat. Pausing here. In a moment, we'll come up, and we want to come up into Warrior One, so we'll probably need to step the left foot forward slightly to get it flat. So we're coming up, taking the bend in the right leg, step that left foot forwards to get it flat, hips just facing forwards. Keeping the left arm up, right arm comes down as you straighten your right leg, reach up towards the ceiling, lead with the chest, left hand across to the right leg, right fingertips straight up into our revolved triangle. And then from here we're going to come to downward dog, so bending the right leg, both hands down, right foot back to downward dog, shoulders forwards to plank, all the way down, extending toes, inhale, lift, cobra, breathe out, down, curl the toes under, pressing up and back into downward dog, and stepping forwards, folding forwards, inhaling up, hands together above your head, breathing out as you come down, and taking your hands back. So we run through that again, so repositioning your block if you need to. So we're standing behind the block, we're extending up, we're coming into chair pose, bend the legs, raise the arms. We're going to take a stride back with the left foot to Warrior One, so a nice big step back. So always challenging yourself to step back far enough where you're feeling there's a bit of effort to keep, in this case, the right knee forwards above the ankle. Stepping back far enough so that you're always aware of the feeling of stretch in this left leg or the leg that's stepped back. Interlace fingers behind your back, draw your hands away, lead with the chest forwards, head hanging, working hands to ceiling. Release hands, right hand to your block. Step forwards with the left foot, move the block forwards if you need to. So again, remembering 80% of your weight through that standing leg. Left hip and shoulder back, raise up left leg, left fingertips pointing straight up. And then we're going to bend the right leg and left foot back to Warrior One. Turn the palms forwards, downward dog. So feet minimum of hip width, the head is hanging, the gaze is back of the mat. And then from here we're going to lift up the left foot, press left heel up towards the ceiling. Bend the left leg, bring your left foot forwards to the top of the mat. And once it's down, we pop the right knee down, shuffling the left foot forwards, coming up and still shuffling forwards if you can't quite feel the feeling of stretch on that right thigh. So allowing the hips to come forwards. And again, having that probably having the ankle further away than the knee so that when we do our back bend, we can fold forwards as well. So we're leaning forwards through the hips, raising the arms up, right hand, left wrist, leaning back, taking the gaze up. And then we release and bring the chest forwards, and if you can, straighten your left leg as you bring fingertips down, head hanging. And then we'll bring the hips forwards, bend the left leg, raise up, right hand, left wrist. So the hips are pressing forwards as you take your gaze up, leaning back. And then we'll release the hands, bring the chest forward, straighten that left leg, fingertips down, allowing your head to hang. So both of these movements once more. Hips move forwards, left leg bends, you raise up, right hand to your left wrist, leaning back, taking the gaze up. And again, we've got the hips pressing forwards whilst we're looking up to the ceiling. And then we'll release, straighten the left leg as you bring your chest forwards, hands down, head hanging. Pausing here. So we keep the hands down as you bring your hips forwards. Move the left foot towards you so your ankle is below the knee. Curl the right toes under, straighten the right leg. Raising up, hips, chest forwards. Straightening the left leg again and leading with the chest and folding forwards. So the hands are down either onto the mat or to the leg. Head hanging. And again, in a moment, we'll come up into Warrior One, so you just might need to shuffle that right foot forward slightly as you come up. So we take the bend in the left leg, we're raising up, step the right foot forward slightly to get it flat, hips, chest, forwards. So we're keeping the right arm in the air, left arm comes down as you straighten your left leg, reach up towards the ceiling, lead with the chest, and then right hand across to your left leg as you take left fingertips up towards the ceiling. If it's a real challenge having this left arm up, you can always have left hand or left arm behind your back. From here, we're going to make our way to downward dog. So you bend the left leg, allow you to take your hands down, left foot back to downward dog, and shoulders move forwards to plank, all the way down. Extend your toes, inhale, lift cobra, breathe out down, curl the toes under, pressing up and back into downward dog. Walk hands to feet, to forward fold, inhale up, hands together above your head, breathing out, coming down, and taking your hands down. So we're at the top of the mat again. There'll be a variation of side plank that we'll do in this next sequence. So a quick demo. So we'll be in our side plank, and then I'm going to ask you to, my right leg's on top, I'm going to bring my right foot forwards and right arm by the side of the head. So I'm side stretching from here. Then we'll come back to our side plank and we'll continue on. So if we're standing at the top of the mat, of course, if you come in to do that and it's just not working for you, then a normal side plank or the modified side plank with the knee down. So with hip width, feet at hip width rather, we're extending up, stride back with the right foot to Warrior Two. So again, a nice big step back, turning the right foot out, shuffling that right foot back so you really feel working to keep that left knee above the ankle, feeling that stretch on the inside of the the right thigh, right arm behind, look forwards over your left. From here, we'll come into our extended triangle. So often I would say forearm to thigh. So we can either do that or just allow the left arm to come down the inside of the left leg. But as we're coming into this, trying to keep the chest facing off to the side. So from Warrior Two, left arm inside of your left leg as you bring the right arm round alongside your head. From here, we'll come into triangle. So we straighten the left leg, right fingertips, right arm pointing straight up. From here, we're going to come through to reverse warrior. So as we come up, left knee moves forwards above the ankle, right hand down, raise the left hand, and we're looking up towards the left hand. From here, we're going to straighten the left leg as we bring the right hand round from the back to meet the left, both hands towards the back of the mat. And then back to Warrior Two. So the left arm inside of the left leg, right arm round alongside your head. If you can get the fingertips on the ground, that's fine, but avoiding doing it if your right shoulder or your chest is turning to face the ground. From here to triangle, straighten left leg, right arm up, fingertips to ceiling. From here to reverse warrior, so the left knee moves forwards, right hand down, looking up towards your left hand. As you straighten your left leg and bring the right hand round from the back to meet the left, both hands move to the back of the mat. Back to warrior two. Left arm inside of left leg, bringing the right arm round alongside your head if your shoulder allows. Triangle, straighten left leg, right fingertips pointing straight up. Reverse warrior, left knee forwards, right hand down, looking up towards your left hand. Straighten your left leg as you bring your right hand round from the back, and both hands move towards the back of the mat. And then coming upright, allow your arms to come down, turning your left foot in, interlace the fingers, draw the hands away, lead with the chest, head hanging, working hands towards the ceiling. Release the hands, coming back up, raise the arms up, and warrior two, turn that left foot round, and downward dog. Both hands top of the mat, left foot back. So from here, shoulders forwards to plank. We'll come to side plank, turning the chest to the right, raise the right arm up. So if you can, right foot in front, bending the right leg, right arm alongside your head, reaching forwards. And then we'll come back to a normal side plank. So we extend the right leg, right arm up, back to plank, through to the left side, raising the left arm up. So we're stepping that left foot forward, bend the left leg, left foot flat, left arm alongside your head, reaching forwards. Back to side plank, extending your left leg, left hand to the top of the mat, pop the knees down wide, we'll come into child's pose. So bum to heels, pausing for a few breaths. We'll come up to all fours. From here, we'll have a go at bow pose. So we're going to come all the way down. So if we can, reaching back for the top of one foot and then the other. If you struggle with this, cobra pose instead. Take a breath in and out. We'll breathe in and out. Inhale, lift your chest. Breathe out, press your feet into hands. Releasing down, keep a hold of the feet, or maybe taking a bit of a better hold of the feet. Inhale, lift, breathe out, press feet back, making sure you're not holding your breath. And then releasing, and in a moment we'll do that once more. Inhaling and lifting, breathing out, pressing feet back. And then slowly down, allow your legs to come down. We'll make our way to hands and knees. From all fours to downward dog, curl the toes under, pressing the bum back. So from here, we're going to make our way to lunge position. So we lift up the left foot, bend the left leg, left foot forwards, coming up, raising the arms up. Hands to prayer position, right leg to the left thigh. And then we're twisting to the right, so left elbow across as you turn chest to the right. Back to centre, right foot back to lunge. Twist to the left, right arm across to the outside or to your left leg, right arm down the outside of the left leg, left fingertips to the ceiling. Coming back up, raising up. From here, we're going to step into tree pose. So we want to bring the hands together in front of the chest, right foot on the inside of that left leg, toes down if you need to, fixing the gaze. Taking the hands up, apart, so out to the side, hands together above the head, down in front of your chest, taking the hands up, out to the side, hands together above your head, down in front of the chest. So once more coming up, out to the side, hands together above your head, coming back down. Right foot back to warrior one, so a nice big step back, raising the arms up, turning the palms forwards, downward dog. So from our downward dog, we want to bring the forearms down. So if it's easier to pop the knees down to do that, you can. So we're coming down onto the forearms. You can move the shoulders forwards to forearm plank. And then from here, we're going to press through the forearms to press the bum back, head hanging, gaze to back of mat. Shoulders move forwards to forearm plank. Press through the forearms, press the bum back. Shoulders moving forwards, forearm plank. Press through the forearms, press the bum to the ceiling, head hanging. And then knees down wide into child's pose for a few breaths. So toes towards each other, bum to heels, pausing here. Sliding the hands out in front if they're not there already, fingers spread, hands pressing forwards. And then inhale, lifting up, bringing your shoulders forwards. Taking your gaze forward, breathing out. Bum back down towards the heels. Inhale, coming up. Hips move forwards, taking your gaze forward. And breathing out, taking the bum back. Pausing next time you're upright or on all fours, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And downward dog, curl the toes under, press the bum back. Step forwards and fold forwards. Inhale up, hands together above your head. Breathe out down. And taking your hands down. Good, good. We will go through that again, leading with the left side. So we are at the top of the mat. We are extending up tall. So a nice big stride back with the left foot to warrior two. So stepping back, turn the left foot out, left arm behind, right arm in front again. Can you get those feet further apart? Can you work harder in this warrior two? So from here, right arm inside of the right leg, left arm round alongside your head. Triangle pose, straighten right leg, left arm up, fingertips towards the ceiling. Reverse warrior, so the right knee moves forwards. As you come up, left hand down, take the gaze to the right hand. Straighten the right leg as you bring your left hand round from the back to meet the right hand, guiding both hands, fingertips towards the back of your mat. Back to warrior two. Right arm inside of the right leg, left arm alongside your head. Straighten your right leg, left arm up, fingertips to ceiling. Reverse warrior, right knee moves forwards. As you come up, left hand down behind, looking up towards your right hand as you raise it. Straighten your right leg, left hand round from the back, meeting the right, both hands back of the mat. Back to warrior two. So through that lot once more, right arm inside of the right leg, left arm alongside your head. Straighten the right leg, left arm up, fingertips to ceiling. Reverse warrior, right knee moves forward, you come up, left hand down, take the gaze to the right hand. Straighten the right leg, left hand round from the back to meet the right, both hands back of the mat. And then allowing the arms to come down, turn your left foot in, interlace the fingers behind the back, draw the hands away, lead with the chest forwards, head hanging, working hands towards the ceiling. Release the hands, coming back up, raising the arms up to warrior two. So we turn that right foot round again, right arm in front, looking over the top of the right hand. From here to downward dog, both hands top of the mat, right foot back, shoulders forwards to plank. So variation of side plank again, turning the chest to the right, raise the right arm, Bring that right foot forwards, right arm alongside your head, reaching forwards. Back to a normal side plank, right arm up, right hand to top of the mat, turning through to the left, raising the left arm up, bringing that left foot forwards onto the ground, left arm alongside your head, reaching forwards, back to a side plank, and back to a normal plank, all the way down. So we'll have a go at bow pose. So we're reaching back, 4 tops of feet, or cobra pose. So we take a breath in and out, we'll breathe in and out. Inhale, lift your chest, breathe out, press feet into hands. Releasing down, keeping a hold of the feet if you can. Inhaling and lifting, breathing out, pressing feet to hands. And then releasing down. Inhaling and lifting, breathing out, pressing the feet into hands. And releasing down. From here, press to all fours. From here to downward dog. Curl the toes under, press the bum back. So we're going to come into Crescent Lunge. So we're going to lift up right foot, bend the right leg. Bring right foot forwards. Raising up, hips, chest, facing forwards. Hands to prayer position. Left leg, right thigh, if you can. Turning to the left, so you're guiding your right elbow across to your left side. Back to centre. Left foot back to lunge, so the left heel is off the mat. Twist to the right, left elbow onto or towards your right thigh. And left arm down the outside of the right leg as you reach the right fingertips towards the ceiling. Coming back round, raising the arms up. Hands to prayer position. So we step into tree pose. Press off the left foot inside of your right leg. Have the left toes on the mat if you need them there. Reaching up, out to the side. Coming back together. Hands down in front of your chest. And coming up, out to the side. Hands together above your chest. And then coming back down. We'll step the left foot back to warrior one. A nice big step back, raising the arms up. Turn the palms forwards, downward dog. So from our downward dog, again, we're going to try and get the forearms down and then bring the shoulders forwards above the elbows. But transition to this position however is best for you. Press through the forearms to press the bum to ceiling, gazes to the back of the mat. Shoulders move forwards, forearm plank. Press the bum back. Press through the forearms. Shoulders move forwards, forearm plank. Once more, press through the forearms to press the bum to the ceiling. And then we pop the knees down. Walk the hands back. Come to an all fours position. And then from here, we're going to, well, my suggestion is grabbing a block, but you might not need it. So we're going to have a go at half hero pose. So I'm going to have my right leg out in front, bending back my left leg, and I'm going to pop my block under my right buttock. If you're in this position and you feel as though you're tipping a bit to the right, you might want some other support. And I'm sat in this position, I'm very much aware of the stretch across the top of my left foot, and that's part of the reason why we're in this position. But if it's a bit too uncomfortable for you, again, you can put some more support under that right buttock until it alleviates it. You can also fold a blanket to put on the arch of the foot. So from here, we're going to extend up, bring chest forwards, hands down onto your leg, head hanging. Maybe shuffling the hand down that leg. Steady breath, so you're aware of where you feel discomfort, breathing into that discomfort. Imagining that it's releasing with each breath out. Slowly coming back up, so we're going to switch. So I've got the block under my left buttock. Again, you might not need it. And as I've changed position, it probably feels like I need a bit more support under my left buttock. So there's a little bit of imbalance there. So again, I'm extending up, chest forwards, hands down, head hanging, pausing here. And again, I'm aware of the tightness across the arch of that right foot, top of the right foot rather. So as I'm breathing out and I'm imagining my breath providing some release from that discomfort, head sinking down towards the left leg. Slowly coming up. So I'm going to bring that right leg round. So if you've got your strap, we're going to reach for the strap. And we'll do a couple of forward folds. So the strap around the feet, unless you don't need a strap at all and you're able to come forwards all right. Holding the strap by the knees, extending up, lead with the chest, head hanging, shuffle hands down the strap, steady breath. Slowly coming up. Leave right foot in the strap, left foot on the inside of your right leg, strap in each hand, turning the chest a bit more over the right leg. We extend up, lead with the chest, head hanging, shuffle hands down the strap. If you're able, and maybe reach up, take a hold of that right foot if it's there for you. Slowly back up. We'll switch. So strap around left foot, right foot on the inside of that left leg if you're comfortable with that. If it's uncomfortable on the right knee, you can have the leg out to the side. Strap in each hand, we extend up, lead with the chest, head hanging, shuffle hands down the strap, steady breath. Slowly back up. We pop strap to one side and we come to lying down, legs bent and feet flat. So we reach down with the fingertips and we'll allow both legs to the right side and we'll pause with the legs on the right for a few breaths. So allowing yourself to slow down for these last few minutes. And as you're breathing out, you're imagining the body's relaxing more into this position, hips, spine, shoulders releasing. And then inhaling your legs to center, breathing out to the left. We'll keep the legs on the left. And then inhaling center, breathe out to the right and gently from side to side. So you'll inhale up, breathe out, down. Inhaling back up, breathing out back down. Gently from one side to the other. Pausing when you're back to center, sliding your left leg away so the left leg is long rather, and we'll guide that right leg over with the left hand so you're rolling onto the outside of your left leg, right fingertips on the ground next to you. Back to center, switching legs. reach across with the right hand, guide the left leg over to the right side as you roll onto the outside of your right leg. And back to center, into relaxation. So arms by your side, palms facing upwards, closing the eyes and just allowing your body to sink down into the ground with each breath out. And we'll take some deeper breaths, moving fingers and toes, and then when you're ready, bending the legs up, so roll to one side, press up to a seated position. So we bring the hands together in front of the chest. Thank you all for giving yourself some time for yoga. I'm sure you feel better now at the end of the session having done it. Thank you all for supporting the sessions. Namaste. Well done, everyone. Hopefully see you on the screen next time.